Welcome to the dopest live stream that's something like a podcast, something like a newscast, and sometimes like a showcase. Khary's crib, Khary's crib, Khary's crib, Khary's crib.
Yo, it's another news day. I feel good, I'm on top like a kufe. Sipping my coffee, shaking my head for homies acting goofy. Guess they do it for the gram or the TikTok, so who's me? Welcome to the crib, let's kick it like Bruce Lee. Part intelligent, part ratchet, that's Sav Neil deGrasse, you have Boosie. Listen, man. Real spit, now that's lit, homie, truthfully. If you in the Tampa area, you should be down like Bruce B. We treat the pod like sex, we start slow into full speed. Like the way we work it. 9 p.m. we going in, we potting perfect. Bees in the house, this is my posse. No worries because I know my posse got me. Be careful, we might snap like paparazzi. But yo, we'll start the show and get a lit like sipping hot toddy. What's good in 10 pretty people? Friday evening, my name is Khary. This is my crib. And I invite you into my home for another evening of the dopest live stream that's something like a podcast, something like a newscast, and every now and then like a showcase. We have another dope show for you tonight. The internet is interneting with the story that Ime Udoka, coach of the Boston Celtics and fiancé of Nia Long, has cheated on her. They say he took a major L. We'll get into it. The Baby dropped a new song, and in this song, he mentions that he and Megan Thee Stallion had some relations. Is he whack for kissing and telling? We'll talk about it. DJ Akademiks got people angry this week with his take on the founding fathers of hip-hop. He called them dusty. We'll get into this, that, and a bunch more. I'm joined by the homie Bees Buddha. What's up to everybody watching, podcast listeners listening? Hit that like button, hit the subscribe if you're not already. Share this to your feeds, feed the algorithm for us. We're going to have a good time tonight. Phone lines are open. Area code 813-559-3339. What's up? How is everybody doing? What's good with you, Bees? How you feeling, brother?
I'm well, brother. I can't complain, you know. Another day of life, another day of waking up. I'm here.
I hear you.
You know what I'm saying? That's all it really, what I'm really looking at nowadays in life. Yo, I'm here. I'm up. You know what I'm saying? I made it through another battle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now let's see what else is about to be placed upon me that I may have to, you know, conquer or just get past. You know what I'm saying?
You're right.
As long as I wake up to get past it, I'm good money.
You're right. You know, I feel you on that one because actually I saw in my feed this week that we do need to give a rest in peace shout out to what's his name? Prince from the hood.
Oh, my man P Cash, yo.
Yeah. I didn't really know him personally. I think I met him maybe once or twice when I went up to NY. I didn't really know him personally, but I kind of saw in my feed today from friends of mine that he unfortunately passed away this week. I did see a story where a couple of the people got locked up. You know, so definitely rest in peace. Shout out to P Cash, you know. Definitely.
No, he's a good kid. He was from my building, yeah.
He's from your building? Which one? 30 or 26?
From 26. I watched him grow up in 26 though, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Still unfortunate through his trials and tribulations, and then, you know, like all that he went through to see where he was at and where I feel like he was about to go. Like, you know, that's why it's like it's painful, you know what I'm saying? Because like for those of us that know his story, like for what he went through, what he was about to be, what he's about to become was like something else. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
you know, rest in peace to that young brother, yo.
Yeah, rest in peace, Prince, man. Condolences and thoughts and prayers to his family and all that, man. You know. But I saw you was out of town this week. You wasn't able to join us on Tuesday. You was out of town taking care of some family business, it looked like.
Yes, and I mean, I have to say everything worked out for the best.
But that's what's up.
Everything
can't be mad at
worked
that.
out for the best. So, like, you know what I'm saying? All I could do was pray, leave it in God's hands, and you know what I mean. For those that believe, you know, in a higher power and whatnot, I believe in a higher power, and you know, I feel like, you know, if I had $1 for every time, you know what I'm saying, they said God wouldn't come through, I'd be a millionaire. For real. Word.
I hear you. I feel you on that one.
Word.
Man. Well, while you was out there taking care of things, I was here in Tampa chilling. And I ended up going to a concert this week.
Yes, how was that?
I went to Nas, Wu-Tang, and I didn't even realize it, but Busta was there as well.
Okay.
I got to see a Busta show. This is my first time seeing a Busta show.
I have to ask you this because I've seen Busta perform several times, but there's a thing about Busta.
What's that?
Busta by himself is one thing, live to death.
Oh no, he had Spliff Star there with him.
Oh, okay.
He did have Spliff Star there with him.
And in hip hop,
he did have Spliff Star there with him, and they tore it down.
People gotta understand this in hip hop, right? There were 3. There's only 3. That's Flavor Flav, Spliff Star, Freaky Ty. Like when you talk about hype men, it don't get no better than what you call it, except for God rest. The only other hype man who's not a rapper, like they're not even in the rap, like they're just hardcore R&B, a whole different sound of that Paisley Park sound, is Jerome. Jerome is the best hype man ever. Morris Day and Jerome.
I don't recall him. Honestly.
The dude that held the mirror for Morris Day.
He didn't really. All he did was hold the mirror.
Fam, he was a hype man. He wasn't
doing all of this shit.
Yo, fam. See, you've never seen a performance. Anybody that knows about Morris Day and Jerome is that hype man. Fam, he's like that the whole show. How Morris set up Need the Mirror. He's like, Jerome is there the whole show, bro.
Okay. I'm gonna have to go check out some videos.
Yeah, prepare to be amazed.
What's up, everybody in the chat? What up, Cheryl? What up, Kimmy? What up, GP? What's going on? Yeah, how y'all feeling out there, man?
Yo, what's going on out there?
But the concert was lit though. I had pretty good seats. Okay. I wasn't like in the first few rows. I was in the first few sections. I didn't feel like spending $1,000.
Was you in the middle? Was you on the side? I really couldn't see your position.
I was on the side. So like, if the stage is here, You got like the middle, you got this side,
So
you got
you were
this
like,
side.
you like that?
I was kind of like, looking kind of almost diagonal, from the side.
Okay.
But I was pretty close up front though. I did have good seats. I did have a good view. I didn't have to squint,
All right.
and it was enough to where at one point during the show, I was like, you know what? To be honest with you, I need to just leave this area right now and it was specifically on a Nas set. When Nas came out with his second set, fam, I was a little too close to the speakers because the bass, the kicks, them shits was kicking. Them shits was hitting my chest, nigga. That shit made my inside start rattling.
I have to ask this. Did Nas perform anything live band-wise?
He had a live drummer the whole set.
Okay.
And that's probably why the drums was hitting extra hard. Them shit was bang. I had to actually leave. I had to leave. I had to not leave the whole show. I said, let me go take a piss. Let me go take a piss. Get this fucking vibrations out my body for a little while.
Fam, I've been there. I've been there. A lot of concerts, bro. Cypress Hill's coming up.
And I did go. I actually went to this concert Dolo too.
Dope.
Went by myself. But I did bump into some people I know. Bumped into Timonisha, actually, her and her husband.
Okay.
Her and her dude. They actually went to the show.
Shout out to her if she's watching. Happy early birthday.
Okay. Happy early birthday. She was actually a few rows behind me. It was a good show.
Okay.
I saw a couple of dudes I used to work with. This was like an old nigga show. And I say that
definitely.
And I say that because about 10:30, niggas' energies was going down. I tell you what, about 10:30, the RZA came out. And he came out talking. He came out talking, not even rap.
And that was a rap.
He spoke for like a minute and a half, 2 minutes or something like that. And I was like, oh, this is my opportunity to sit my ass down.
Yes.
I was not prepared. I knew I was gonna be standing, but I wasn't prepared to be standing for fucking 3 hours straight, bouncing this shit. Nigga, when that nigga started talking, I was like, thank God I am sitting my ass down. People in front of me sat down. This motherfucker was taking a break. And it got to the point where RZA, he was on stage. He was like, yo, where's the energy at? He was like, oh, I know the problem. He said, yo, who was born in the 2000s? Nobody said shit. Who was born in the 90s? There was some years. There was just a few. Who was born in the 80s? Who was born in the 70s? He's like, that's why you old motherfuckers ain't got no energy. Y'all niggas is tired. Y'all gotta go to work tomorrow. Y'all niggas is usually in bed by now. Y'all be in your crib on the couch with your slippers on. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, this is an old nigga show right now. I remember back in the days, my mom or my dad mostly, but I was probably in my early 20s. My dad would be like, hey, we going to see the Four Tops, or we going to see the Temptations. It was the Temptations. We going to see the Temptations, which they weren't the actual Temptations. Temptations is a name. The people don't matter.
Yeah. Over years and years. I mean, there's certain names associated with the Temptations that make Temptation music, but you know what I'm saying? Like there'll never be another David Ruffin.
When it comes to performing
for the Temptation.
When it comes to performing in the 2000s, the Temptations is whoever is singing and has the rights to use the name the Temptations. But I was like, this is like, if I would have brought KJ with me, this would be him. Like when I went with my dad to see the Temptations, I'd be like, this is cool, but this ain't really my vibe. Yeah. This shit's like 30 years old, nigga. You got me, y'all over here bouncing to some 30-year-old music. And we was bouncing to some 30-year-old music, nigga. Wu-Tang Clan, when that shit came on, fucking place went crazy. Shit went crazy. Yeah, the shit went crazy.
I can't imagine.
Nigga RZA said, yo, y'all want us to do Protect Your Neck? He said, but if we do Protect Your Neck, y'all got to do Method Man part because Method Man wasn't there.
So who did Old Dirty's part? Y'all had to do Old Dirty's part too, right?
You know who did Old Dirty's part?
Who?
Old Dirty's son.
Nice.
Old Dirty's son was on stage with them niggas acting like Old Dirty. And when I say acting like Old Dirty, he probably acting like himself, but himself is acting like Old Dirty. Didn't nobody jump off the stage the whole damn show until this nigga come out. This nigga jump off stage into the crowd, start rapping. This nigga gotta run back and run around to get backstage and shit.
Hey, it is what it is, yeah.
Hey, he got the Old Dirty vibe. He didn't necessarily sound like him, but he kind of gave us the energy, son. You know.
But he had the energy. Okay.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
No, that's dope.
Nas did his thing.
Okay. Nas had any special, like, no AZ pop-ups or nothing like that?
No AZ pop-ups or nothing. But they did do songs, the songs him, Ghost, and Rahab together.
Oh, they did. Yo, you got this. Wow. See, that I never experienced. You got to see, hold on. Yes. I gotta ask this. You got to see Verbal Intercourse live?
Yes.
Oh my God.
And you know what else I got to see?
Oh my God.
What else I got to see as well?
Oh my God, yo.
Eye for an eye as well. As time goes by, an eye for an eye. We getting this together, son. Your beef is mine. You forgot about that, right?
Only thing that hurts that though. God rest the dead. There's no P.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that hurts that. But verbal intercourse.
Yeah. That was the song they did changing sets, where it goes from Nas to Wu-Tang.
Okay.
You know? And then after they did Eye for an Eye, if I'm not mistaken, Ghost and Ray dropped Criminology. Dun, dun, dun. That shit was tough, yo. It was tough.
Yo, fam.
They pretty much had the whole Wu-Tang there except for Meth. Master Killer was there. U-God was there. Capadon was there.
Okay.
Yeah. They did Ice Cream. They did, but damn. What's the name of that damn song with Ghostface and U-God? Tony da da da. Yeah, it's like some LaFly. It's almost like a LaFly Skosky type shit. I don't know.
Nah, that's you thinking of fucking.
No. I know who I'm talking about. No, I know that Fab Five song. I'm just saying the title of that song is kind of like reads. I can't even think of the title of that song.
That's not Tommy Mottola?
That's like some. Let's look it up. Ghostface Killer, U-God.
That undefeated champion.
Shiraz. Whoa. Okay, it's called Searches Le Ghost.
Okay.
And that's why I said Le Flaw, because it's like Searches, like you don't know the name of the song. You know?
Always will be my friend. Ghostface Killer.
Yeah. Oh, I forgot. I almost forgot my shot.
You know what I forgot to tell you too? Do you know why I have to go to this year's Haunted Hills? Because I missed two. And it's okay. It's okay. It was doing like
that's the Cypress Hill shit.
Cypress Hills, yeah. One was because they had like some heavy metal shit going on. I wasn't really feeling like going there with all the slam dance and all that shit. I'm not gonna be around that.
Okay.
And then the pandemic. But this year, do you know who's opening up for Cypress Hills this year?
Who's that?
KRS-One.
Oh shit, that sound dope.
Yo, I have to, fam. And I know with this being with this being Cypress Hills, that I'm gonna get to see KRS-One perform a song that I've been dying to see him perform live.
What song?
I'm dreaming about being a blunt. I'm getting
I
smoked
remember that
and
song. I
just
forgot
can't
about
wake
that song.
up.
But yo,
Yo.
let me tell you the wildest thing about this concert for me.
Tell me.
Was when the concert was over.
Mm-hmm.
When the concert was over, some kid came up to me and said, "Joe, I just dropped a mixtape. Would you like to check it out? I'm giving them away." Then the nigga proceeded to hand me this.
Yo, he gave you up.
He gave me a cassette. He was like 20-something years old. He gave me a cassette. Inside, he actually has a QR code where you can actually pull up his link tree with a bunch of links that one of them goes to his YouTube, which actually had a link that said, "So you got a cassette at the Wu-Tang concert." And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna check it out just because he has some creative marketing. He was like, "Yeah, I bought some cassette players so I could create this stuff. I just wanted to have this real authentic vibe." Because he was like, "Yo, because I'm like real boom bap hip hop, so I wanted to like put it on how the shit started cassette." So I said, "You know what? I ain't got no cassette player, but I'll scan your QR code and check it out."
Yo, but that alone makes you want to scan it. Like, yo, because first you like, yo, this dude, why did he even want you to go? Because some people going, I hope he got some good music. Because some people be like, oh, yo, he's clowning. The people be looking for something to clown.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. And then, yo, hopefully, yo, he might have some hot shit. You know what it is though? He may have some hot shit for us.
It wasn't hot. It wasn't hot.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't hot. I was impressed with the marketing, not too much with the music.
Okay.
Not too much with the music. I'll send you a link and you can give me your opinion on it as well. But I ain't gonna shit on him too much, simply because he has some dope fucking marketing. He's young. He's 20-something. You know.
Yeah, I don't knock.
Do your thing. He might get better. He might stay bad, but he might get better. But the cover definitely reminds me of my first flyer I designed back in the days for The Jam. Well, where I was DJing, you know, in my hood. The Jam. It was The Jam. The Jam. This was like 92 or some shit like that. The Jam. You know?
That was an awesome party too, might I say. That was an awesome fucking party.
Yeah. It was. I had bitches show up too, even though I wasn't there when they showed up. By the time I got there, they left. And I'm like, why the fuck they left? You know why they left?
Because our friends are ignorant.
Not only that, but because we was only in sixth grade. Because we was only in sixth grade.
And we can hang out, they could.
Right. They was from section 2. They was not supposed to leave the front of their building probably. And they ventured over to 5 to come check out The Jam. I was like, oh shit, she came through with her friends. There's this little Spanish chick that was in my class too, named Brenda, little cutie. You know, we was always flirting with each other, but we never actually connected. It was like always, almost, never connected. I gave her my number one day. She called me. I told her, yo, call me at this time. Call me at this time because I got football practice. I got blah, 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 blah going on. I'll be home at this time, so this is when you should call me. I was not home. I was not home when she called. Right? My older brother teased me. It says, some girl, Brenda, called for you. And I was like, she fucking called. Fuck. And you know why I wasn't home to answer the phone?
Tell me why.
Because during football practice, I broke my fucking wrist.
Oh, that was around that time.
Yeah, you remember that, right?
Yes.
I
yes.
broke my wrist. So that night I was in the ER getting my fucking wrist snapped back into place and getting a cast put on. And at this time, there was no caller ID.
Yeah. Yo, it seemed like you had that cast on forever.
It was only 3 months. It felt like forever, but because we was kids. When you're kids, 3 months is a long fucking time. You know, September, October, November. Those three. The start of school, the Christmas break is a long fucking time. When you're a kid, as an adult, that should go like that. You know, but this was a time when I didn't have caller. There was no caller ID. There was no star 69.
69.
So it was just, I missed her call. Oh shit, I missed her call. I don't have her number. She took my number. See, we was kids. You know what that means? That means she wasn't allowed to get phone calls from boys. So she called me when it was available for her to call me. She probably figured out the whole scheme. Let me call this nigga. And now I didn't answer because I broke my wrist. But she had no clue. She had no idea. There was no way for anybody to say, yo, Khary missed your call because nobody knew I was supposed to get a call. But now I didn't see her until Monday. But now she had Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to say, fuck that nigga because he did not show up when he said he was going to show up. He's unreliable. But I showed up Monday with a cast on my arm. And I was like, yo, I didn't get your call because I was in the fucking ER because I broke my wrist playing football because I'm a tough ass nigga. I didn't actually say this because back then I was shy. So I was just like, all right, she gonna say something to me. She gonna say something to me. But guess what? She
said nothing.
She didn't say anything to me. So guess what? We never connected.
She didn't even feel sorry for the guy that he broke his arm. Yeah, I get.
Yo, her homegirls used to relay messages. Like that's how we communicated. She was like I think she was the Dominican girl in the Puerto Rican crew. You know? It was back in the day, it was weird. For them, not me. I didn't notice it until later on in life. I was like, oh shit, that's why. But never mind. We didn't, I spoke to her rarely because we was both shy. So I wasn't really Mr. I'm gonna go talk to her. You know,
I gotta ask you this.
What's that?
How was her English?
It was good.
Okay. No, I'm just asking because you know how that go. She could have came from DR, and then
No, her English was fine. Okay. She just did not like speaking, at least to me. You know, she spoke to her homegirls who then told me shit. They're like, "Oh, Brenda said."
She likes you.
Yeah, she just can't get. She just can't get phone calls from boys.
Shit. I remember I had a homeboy and I was like, yo, fam, you know, like you really messing up this girl situation. He was like, yo, what do you mean? I said, my nigga, we're 15 and you're calling chicks at 1 a.m. I said,
yeah, you was wildin'.
I said, that makes you sound like a total fucking asshole. He's like, yo, how you figure? It makes me sound dope.
Why? Because you're up at 1 a.m, nigga?
At 1, I said, yo, fam, it doesn't make you sound dope. It makes you seem like you're a creep and you're up to no fucking good, yo.
Yeah, and it makes it sound like you don't have no parents at your house that told you don't be calling nobody after the news come on.
Yeah, and but the whole thing is, he couldn't get phone calls. That was the funny shit, yeah.
Right?
So that's why he calling people at 1 a.m, like, yo,
sneaking on the phone, ass nigga.
You need to call nobody. You need to call nobody. Oh, excuse me. Let me take my watch off.
It's been a long time bullshitting, man. Let's go ahead and jump at y'all first.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take another shot in a little bit. How many shots am I on now?
I don't know. I'm over here sipping on this watermelon Henny.
Let's jump into it. All right. DJ Akademiks has gotten some backlash this week. Backlash from people like Fat Joe, Michael Rappaport, Russell Simmons, because DJ Akademiks said the pioneers of hip-hop are dusty because they are broke. That's what he said. LL Cool J also was one to come out and really have some words for Akademiks. They all kind of shared the same kind of testament when it comes to the pioneers of hip-hop. They all kind of said, hey, when this shit was first created, there was no money stream. There wasn't records being made. In order for this thing to be created, there had to be some people that made sacrifices of being creative, contributing, and not really benefiting financially.
Yo, Akademiks, I wish we had a show we had, right? Because I would tell him like this. You're a straight fucking dickhead, yo. You sound stupid. First and foremost, right? How could you say that about those who made it possible for the revenue to even be created like this?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, the whole thing is now, look, before, the old school rappers, they had to plant seeds and then nurture the great. You know what I'm saying? They had to plant seeds. They had to water.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? There was no grass. There was no field to run through when rap was first started. You know what I'm saying? Cold Crush, Kool Herc, and all of. Yeah, of course they broke. You know what I'm saying? And it's understandable. You know what I'm saying? Is because they weren't businessmen about the music. They didn't know better. Hip hop is something that was created in a certain time, and there were no blueprints on how to do it, It's not like rock and roll. It's not like country music. It's not like blues. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Hip hop was born like in the 70s. You know what I'm saying? Like,
late 70s,
as a true form and art of music, it was born like in the 70s, maybe even somewhat in the 60s. Because I feel like there was others out there. Because you see a couple of old school things, like even from like the 40s, where you catch a couple of cats like they were rapping. It was a different beat.
They wasn't rapping. They were doing nursery rhymes.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm saying it at that point it wasn't trendy. You get what I'm saying? It was just a what you call it. But then what I'm saying is once it got to like once it got to be like a genre of music, you know what I'm saying, where you had a bunch of people trying to do it, but the thing that was dope was everybody was sounding different. Originality was a big thing in hip hop. You understand what I'm saying? He's Akademiks. You talking about they dusty and they're broke. Listen, at the end of the day, these dudes is richer than half these fucking rappers that's out here right now. If you really think about it, you know what I'm saying?
Not necessarily. Not actually monetarily wise, you know. Cause there's people like Kool Herc and stuff like that we see out in the Bronx and shit. He's not in a mansion or nothing like that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And it's because, but it's like people like Akademiks grew up in a time where people were already getting rich off of hip hop. You know, they came up when people were already making money.
Back then.
Right. You know, when they don't realize things like shit. For instance, if you take basketball, if you take football, when it first started, people were playing football and also had day jobs. It was in the NFL with another job because the NFL wasn't paying like that. Why? Because it wasn't popular. It wasn't popular to the point where it was making money. It took years for football to get to the point where people are making millions and millions of dollars like they are now. It took years for NBA players to make millions and millions of dollars like they are now. It happened in steps. And when was basketball started?
Basketball, I think, at least at 60 years in, or better, 65.
Basketball was started in 1891. That's when basketball was first created. The game was invented by Springfield College instructor and graduate Jamie Naismith in 1891. Right? So now, if we just go to 1991, when Jordan was popular, prior to Jordan, were people making the type of contracts Jordan was making? Like the highest contract was probably like a $10 million contract, if that.
Yo, look at it like this. What's the NBA worth?
But I'm just exactly, but just check it out. So basketball was created in 1891. By 1991, people are finally getting $1 million contracts. That's 100 years of basketball. You know what I'm saying? Before people are making millions of dollars. 100 years. Hip hop started in the 70s. You know what I'm saying? That's what, 40 years? Not even 40 years till now, but hip hop was started in the 70s. It took about 10, 20 years before people started saying, hey, I could get rich off of hip hop. And now here we are 40 years later. DJ Akademiks is saying, yo, the founders is dusty because they ain't got bread off it. They ain't rich. Nigga, them niggas put in the sacrifice so you could do what you do, so you could talk the shit that you talk about hip hop. If not for them, DJ Akademiks wouldn't have shit to talk about.
For real.
And he feels he can call them dusty because
DJ. Yeah, hold up. Nobody have a career as a DJ more than likely.
Well, first off, he doesn't have a career as a DJ.
I can't.
He has a career as a person that talks. Nobody knows him as a DJ. The only reason why DJ is on his name is because he DJ'd for a couple of years in college. And that's when he came up with the name DJ Akademiks. But then he started a YouTube channel and a Twitch channel and started talking about hip hop instead of DJing hip hop. But he decided to keep the name DJ Akademiks because he DJ'd for a couple of years. I DJ'd for a couple of years in college. Shit, I DJ'd my first party, The Jam, back in 92. But I wouldn't feel comfortable calling myself DJ Khary. Right? That just sounds silly for me. I haven't DJ'd in how many years yet? I'm DJ Khary? Nah, nigga. My name is used to DJ Khary.
DJ Cortez.
You know? But drop another shot. I'm not even sure what shot number this is now.
I can't.
But shit, man. Let's go ahead and move on. Let's move on.
I don't know. You should be good. You ate good.
I did eat good. I had a steak with some butter,
brother.
With some butter and garlic. Angel hair pasta with some tomatoes in there, a little bit of parsley on that bitch. Nigga had some tomato. Yo, man, that shit was good. And I made some asparagus too. But the baby dropped the song this week. And in this song, he didn't allude to him and Megan Thee Stallion having relations. This nigga flat out said it. He said, yo, I fucked Megan Thee Stallion the day before him and that Tory shit happened. Let's see. I'm trying to find I'm trying to find the exact lyrics, yo. The day before she said that Tory Lanez shot her, I was fucking on Megan Thee Stallion. That's what he says. Let me pull up the lyric for this damn song. Did you hear? Have you heard this song, Bees?
Nah, and I can only imagine how he said it because I don't care what nobody says. His flow is different. It may be his voice too, but his flow is different.
Let's see. He said, "You play with me, oh goddamn, shut the lights off, Boogeyman. Oh Lord, Justin made another one. You play with me, that child." I'm just gonna read. I'm not even gonna try and rap it. Oh Lord, Jetson made another one. You play with me, that shit was childish. The day before she said that Tory Lanez shot her, I was fucking Megan Thee Stallion. Waited to say that shit on my next album. Hit it the day before too, but I kept a player. I ain't say nothing about it. Had her pretty boy boyfriend tweeting me, ready to die about the bitch like a coward. I told you niggas don't play. Now you gonna have to handle me. I poke the motherfucking bear. I'm an animal. Rock on you. Make you dance like Diana. Those are his bars, his lyrics. Now, is this sucker shit? Is this battle shit? Is this hip hop? Should he be kissing and telling? What's going on?
Yo, it's hip hop is also kicking your story, yo. Like, it's just like Biggie. And I leave it alone. With like, I got a story to tell. Like, that's some real shit. That's not just a song. Like, that's some real shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, and fam, sometimes when you going and you in the booth, fam, you understand. You've been in the booth before, fam. Sometimes if it comes to you cleverly, and it's true, you will flip and bounce that shit if you can.
Now,
as an artist.
Now check this out.
As an artist.
Now, since that Megan Thee Stallion shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Since that Megan Thee Stallion shit, the Baby and Tory Lanez dropped a track together. Is this getting that Tory Lanez? Is this getting that Megan? I didn't know Tory and the Baby had beef.
Yo, listen. That music should be different, yeah. It be different. And right now, who's to say the baby might just be on some shit.
You don't think that's an out of bounds move though?
You wanna know something? As he's just one of those artists that he's out of bounds. He do a lot of out of bounds shit. A lot of people don't like if you pay attention to it, like with the Baby, there's be a lot of out of bounds shit with that nigga, yeah. He be I see him mixed up and caught up in or saying, you know, certain shit like that he should just like kind of fall back on.
Mm-hmm.
But, you know, he tends to put himself in the mix and it just tends to diminish his image though. You know what I mean? But that's on him as an artist, you know what I mean? That's
okay. Now let me ask you
that's
this.
what he chooses to do.
Do you think this is him beefing with Tory or just some braggadocious shit? You know, cause they dropped music in the past.
They had beef in the past, you said?
No, they dropped music together in the past. They had a video together. Now I know just because they work together.
On labels? Are they both on labels?
Yeah, they're not on the same label. They're on different labels, but they're on the same label. But they've worked together in the past. Now, working together in the past doesn't prove that they're friends or anything like that.
Yeah, exactly, because that could be some label shit.
But I wouldn't necessarily work with somebody I know I got beef with.
Like I said, though, like that could be some label shit. It has happened in the past.
Yeah, fuck the labels.
Yeah, you know,
a person when people have beef, when people know they got beef with somebody, they usually don't do a song together.
Fam, you got to think about it.
Unless the song sparked the beef, kind of like how the Cannabis LL shit sparked their beef. The 5 4 3 2 1. The song sparked their beef. that they was on together.
Yeah, but it's like what song is that? Is that New York City with Cam and Jay-Z? They were going through it then.
They didn't really have beef. They was just in that competitive state. They didn't have beef with each other.
Nah, I just listen. Cam just spoke about it on Math Hoffa. When he was on Math Hoffa, he spoke about it. He said that they had like there was distinction, there was problems. When that song was made, he said there was problems.
Now, did he say problems or egos?
No, he said there was problems. There was problems, and then that's around the same time that he was also they made him like the president of Rockefeller or whatever. You get what I'm saying?
That came after. That came after the president of Rockefeller shit.
Well, I mean, but there was some what you call. I don't think
about that on Drink Champs as well. I said I believe he spoke about that on Drink Champs as well. Him and Jay-Z.
Yeah, and I believe it was the same thing that he was saying, like he said on Math Hoffa.
But still, we kind of deviating from
different. Yeah, sorry about that.
You know. What was I saying though?
Yeah, damn. Oh, the baby, and this being him getting that.
Was this was this a beef thing? Did the beef start after they made the song? Is this just something that tries to? I don't know, but what's the purpose?
It also depends on when they made the song and when they decided to put it out.
They did a video too, though, and videos usually be like pretty much a couple of weeks before the shit is released. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think naming names is kind of some whack. I think that's kind of whack, you know, for niggas to do. Be like, oh, I fucked this person. I think that's kind of whack for me personally. You know, like I might make a song about sex. I might write a poem about sex, but I ain't gonna say, oh, I fucked this particular person at this particular time. That's a little weird for me, yo. Like, I don't even think I could have my pride wouldn't have let me said that shit.
Only rapper ever get away with saying all them names, DMX. Where these bitches were from on there, guys.
Yeah, and all of those names wasn't necessarily specific. Those names were just like, those names rhyme, so he picked them.
Yeah.
You know, that's what you get from that one. Those names rhyme, so he picked them. Kimmy Cat says he's getting at Megan, not Tory.
Okay.
He's getting at Megan, not Tory.
So what did Megan do? Maybe, you know, it'd be a lot of shit behind closed doors to be happening, my nigga.
But he got a line that says, had her pretty boyfriend tweeting me, ready to die about the bitch like a coward. Is he not talking about Tory there? Well, I guess Tory would know.
But is that her boyfriend?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I say I guess Tory would know. You know what I mean? Could if I was fucking with a chick, right? If I was fucking with a chick, and then somebody made a rhyme and said, her pretty boyfriend tweeting me, ready to die about the bitch like a coward. And if I know I ain't tweet that nigga, oh, that nigga ain't talking about me. You know?
Yeah.
Somebody tweeted him that fucked with her. Now, was it him? I don't know. But I don't know. Let's move on. Shit. This is the motherfucking story motherfuckers really been talking about this week. Nia Long got cheated on by her longtime fiancé, who was also the coach of the Boston Celtics, Ime Udoka. I think I'm saying his name right. I'm not sure. But he cheated on her with somebody within the organization So now he's actually being suspended for a year. Because I guess that violates some type of code of conduct shit within the organization that says, hey, you can't fuck nobody to work with, which is wild. For them to suspend a nigga for a year because he smashed somebody that he worked with. Is somebody's daughter? Which one of the top niggas' daughters was the girl that he smashed? I don't know.
I have no idea.
I don't know. But
I have no idea.
I've been seeing a bunch of people posting, talking about, yo, L of the year goes to Ime Udoka, yo. How you cheat on Nia Long? Motherfucking married men have been coming out talking about, hey, we need to have a Nia Long day. How dare some nigga cheat on Nia Long? Everybody been talking about how he took the super L because he cheated on Nia Long. I don't know what your take is, B, but my take is niggas and bitches get cheated on a day, B. What make Nia Long so special that she shouldn't be cheated on? Now, after saying that, I don't think anybody should be cheating. And even though I don't think nobody should be cheating, motherfuckers are getting cheated on. Millions of people get cheated on every fucking year, men and women. Why do people think him cheating on her is an L? What makes her so special from any other woman that gets cheated on?
Yeah, at first, I was agreeing with the people like, yo, this dumb motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I don't know. If I had Nia Long, I wouldn't be cheating on that. But then I thought about it. I done had many bad chicks in my day. I had me some bad chicks, and I had me some scallywags, whatever, you know. It is what it is. It is. I call it. So scallywags, you know what I'm saying? So, I thought about it like this, though.
And you cheated on some bad bitches?
Yeah, I cheated on some bad bitches.
That made your friends... Then when you told your friends was like, nigga, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Like, yo, niggas was like, yo, word? And you cheated with that joint? And I was like, yeah. And I was like, you know what happens sometimes? Nigga can like Nia Long. Nigga can be attracted to Nia Long. But that don't mean Nia Long got good box.
You think it's all about the box?
Yo, fam. At the end of the day, fam, like, nigga cheated because, listen, fam, if she has some, let me tell you something.
All right, wait.
Box.
Okay.
Good box make a nigga come home. Fam, if you enjoy the box that you with, let's be for real. And you mentally, y'all good? Because that's also got to be there too.
See, and that's what I was going to say.
Yeah, no.
See, you said that you added on and mentally you're good, you know?
Yeah, because
and mentally you're good.
Everything.
Because
no.
I'll say this, Beast. I'll say this. I cannot recall, actually I can recall one time. What the hell is that?
Fucking fire department.
Oh my God.
Can't help it.
I can only recall.
And my window is closed.
I can only recall one time where I can say, like, yo, a chick had like some trash box.
Some trashy boxes out there, yo. I can only say
I encountered that one time. And I would say it wasn't necessarily the box that made it trash. It might have been the personality that came along with the box that made it trash. You know? Like the box was good.
Go ahead.
The box was good until she started talking while I was in the box. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like, it was good until she started talking. It's like, wait, this is not the time to have a conversation.
Wait, what do you mean? Before she started talking, at first I thought like maybe you were saying like she like get this pussy nigga or something like that. I thought you was talking about that type of talker, but you saying like she wanted to have a conversation.
Nigga, we was smashing. She came, right? We was smashing. She came, right? Yeah. And now I'm smashing after she came. And then she like looks back at me and like, why you don't call me more often? It's like, this is not the time for this conversation.
Yo, let me tell you something.
And that totally made it.
I know what happened. But I know what happened right there, my man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You gave out the grade A. You gave out the grade A. She released and realized that the grade A was there. So she was saying to herself, like, yo, I could be getting this shit on a regular basis. I need to know why this nigga ain't calling me on a regular basis. My nigga, and she felt like, yo, there was no better.
You know what?
Wait. And she felt like there was no better time to have that conversation. Man.
This is a totally different conversation. But that kind of speaks to something to where, like that question, why you don't call me more often, right?
Mm-hmm.
Know what the response to that question would have been? Other than this is not the right time. If this was like at a regular, like during dinner, why you don't call me more often? You know what my response to it would have been? Well, shit, why you don't call me more often? You know? And that goes to, have you ever seen women online talking about niggas need to apply pressure? Niggas don't be applying pressure. You know what pressure means? Kissing they fucking ass. You know, because what pressure is, why you don't call me at all fucking times of the day? Why you ain't kissing my ass nonstop showing me that you want to fuck me? Why aren't you acting like the niggas that I don't show the time of day? Right?
Because I'm not them niggas.
Right.
That's not how I
You
roll.
like me because I'm not them niggas. You know what I'm saying? I saw I saw somebody post something that somebody posted that said, hey, look at all these niggas in my DM. And then look at my man. Well, no, look at all the niggas that's hearting my picture or my story. But then look at my man. And her man was just like, he viewed it. He didn't heart the shit.
Yo, well, why I gotta heart the shit?
Right, I see your ass every day.
I see your fucking ass every fucking day.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
My tongue be in your ass, bitch. Why the fuck I gotta heart your picture? And that's why women. That's why I think women be the most toxic. It's because they look for stupid shit to make an issue out of. You know, like why the fuck are you making an issue out of a motherfucker not liking a story picture you post? The nigga that you see every day whose tongue be in your ass. You know what I mean?
The nigga that you want to talk to in the morning with your stink ass morning breath.
Right.
Like, why do I need to heart you? Guess what? When you woke up and said good morning, listen, heart right there. That's heart.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Bitches be doing dumb shit. Yo, bitches be doing dumb shit like, my nigga don't text me good morning no more. That's because he's waking up next to you.
Listen. You know why I ain't text you good morning? Because I said good morning to you when your ass woke up.
Exactly.
Or when you left the house. But sometime in the house before you fucking left. Before you fucking left the house, guess what? I said good morning to you. Yeah. So why do I have to text you good morning?
Exactly.
Mo, I have to text you good morning? Get the fuck out of here, that bullshit.
But yo, we totally went off the fucking topic and shit like that. But Nia Long, people were talking about he took the super L. The biggest L here for him is that this nigga suspended for a year now for violating the team's rules. Motherfuck cheating. You know?
Yo.
Motherfuck cheating. And Cheryl over here said, tongue in your ass, Khary, that's TMI. I didn't say my tongue. That was not a personal story I was telling right there. That was not.
Yeah, we just saying.
That was just, that was
hypothetical. It's a hypothetical thing.
That was an antidote. That was an antidote, Antidote is something that's not necessarily real, but it could be, but it's not. It's real for somebody. It just wasn't. That was not a personal story. That was an antidote, Not an antidote like you got poisoned and you need like the antidote. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna Google that word later on tonight just so I can make sure I say it proper in the future. But I think his biggest L is losing his fucking job for the next year, and he might not have a job next year.
He's not gonna have a job next year. That's how they got. That's how they got him out of there. That's how they got him out of there. He's not gonna have a job. That was what you call it. They was like, okay, he built a team. He built something together, this and that. You got these players, but they don't even understand. Listen, it's his coaching. You're not going to get somebody, I don't care even if you got an assistant coach. Assistant coach is not going to coach the way that man because he wants his shit ran a certain way. You understand what I'm saying? When you coaching sports and shit like that, you want your shit ran a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Because it's your game plan. Your game plan is what got there. Yeah, others may help and contribute, but at the end of the day, it's like Voltron. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
They formed like Voltron. He happened to be the head. He got the Celtics somewhere they ain't been in years. Right. Besides with Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen.
So okay, so let's see. So they haven't announced whether he's going to be coming back or not yet. Do you think they're going to wait until they see how this season's going and how the interim coach does?
If the assistant coach, because right now the assistant coach, he's probably who's got to take the job or whatever. I forgot who the assistant coach is, but the assistant coach, I know he's white, but they got to see how he does with the job and all that, and then if he does well, if he gets them back to at least the same place they were last season.
Mm-hmm.
Then they're gonna be like, oh, we don't even need this guy. He's messing around with the chicks and all that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like I said,
but now if they play like the Knicks, they're gonna be like, I don't know, we might have to bring him back.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just amazed that the whole season, you leave your whole season over some box.
Yeah.
Good Jesus, and Nia Long,
and then the Boston Celtics. The Boston Celtics actually snapped at Twitter people because they initially identified the wrong woman. They said, "Oh, no, that's the wrong motherfucker."
Always like Fox News, Fox, dude.
Yeah.
Fox stay putting up the wrong person.
Now,
like it'd be like, oh, Eddie Kane died. And they got Flavor Flav picture up there.
Yeah,
shit,
right. Right. Now, what's the bigger L? Nia Long or the job?
The job.
I would agree. Because we don't know if he liked Nia Long or not. He might have been like, I'm tired of this motherfucker. I'm tired. Now, we making jokes.
Just look good for the media.
We making jokes, but I don't believe anybody should cheat on anybody. But
no, I don't think so neither. But I think she has some whack box.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that.
Well, maybe he might be a box monster, but he just need a lot of boxes.
Possibly, there are motherfuckers out there like that.
They don't talk about that.
Me not being one of them, but there are motherfuckers out there that just like different boxes.
They like different box. They can't have the same box all the time.
Right. And you know we're from a certain generation because not all generations use the term box.
Yeah.
There's a cutoff for that. But let's move on. Oh, man. Kanye West admits Sway did indeed have the answers. 10 years ago, Kanye did an interview with Sway, where at one point Sway said, hey, why don't you just empower yourself and just drop the Yeezys by yourself? Why do you need Adidas? And Yeezy's response was, how, Sway? How? How am I supposed to do that, Sway, without Adidas? Kanye recently had an interview with Good Morning America, where the interviewer said, so, Kanye, now that you said fuck Adidas and you're doing it yourself, this is me paraphrasing, this is not a direct quote. Now that you said fuck Adidas and you're doing it yourself, was Sway right? Kanye had a smirk on his face and he said, you know what? Sway was right. He did have the answers. Because Sway's answer was, hey, just do it yourself. Now, after Kanye had his fallout with Adidas, his fallout with Gap, Kanye saying, you know what? I'm going to distribute Yeezys on my own. And he's doing it himself.
Why not? Yo, why not? You're worth $1 billion. You're worth $1 billion and some change.
Exactly.
You should have been thought that. You listen, like MJ. MJ, he had to go through a lot, but it was like, yo, let me get the direction of Jordan. Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's just what it is. Sometimes you gotta, if you get within a brand, you gotta learn the way to take control of what you've created for that brand. You understand what I'm saying? You gotta read through the fine print, see what's what, and so forth. Because your endorsements is a motherfucker. Endorsement deals is crazy. It works out for some people. Some people get fucked in the end. But I'm noticing for a lot of athletes, though, it's actually working out. You know what I mean?
What
it's actually working out. Huh?
What you mean working out?
I mean, like a lot of athletes are sort of like getting to their brands. And
well, a lot of athletes don't really have brands. A lot of athletes have their names signed to a brand. So LeBron's is his name under Nike. Remember when Bron came out of high school, he signed a lifetime contract with Nike for like 80 mil.
Yeah.
You know, he made more signing with Nike than he did actually signing his contract. So his name is under Nike. It's not like Nike on top of there and not even their name. Because like Yeezys, they don't come out as Adidas Yeezys. They just come out as Yeezys. And we just know Adidas manufactures them.
Got you.
So like Yeezy's a brand versus LeBron being a subsidiary of Nike, pretty much, in like the brand terms. It's not his own brand, it's his shit underneath Nike. See, Nike learned that shit from Jordan. They said, hey, let's get this motherfucker come out of high school, $80 million for lifetime. So he probably had some other shit over the years with that, but the sign, you know, because they knew how much that shit would be worth. Versus Yeezy brand being kind of like standing on its own. There's no Adidas and anything on his shit. And one of his beefs is Adidas kind of cloning and copying his shit.
I mean, eventually, did he not think that was going to happen though? Like, I mean, being honest, when it comes to like companies like that, did he not think that was eventually going to happen? Like they were going to make something, something that you created.
Honestly, if it was me, I wouldn't have thunk that simply because of Jordan. You know, like Jordan is like a Jordan brand now.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they probably still work with Nike, but they're a Jordan brand, and you don't see Nike making sneakers that look like Jordans. You know, they didn't say, hey, these Jordans are always selling. Let's make our own Jordan that's not a Jordan, but it's now a Nike J.
But let me tell you, like, this is where Nike, with Jordan, what they did is they blend. They blend, and that's how they get their money off of Jordan. Like, they blend. Like, they'll blend a Jordan with an Air Max, a Jordan with an Air Force One. You know what I'm saying?
That's not what Adidas is necessarily doing. They're pretty much like almost cloning it almost. They're not doing like a Air Force One with the Jordan 4 things on them. You know, they're not doing an Air Force One with that pattern. They're doing like, let's make foams now. Like, they wasn't making foam before Yeezy, and now all of a sudden they're making foam.
Got you.
You know, now I don't know if Yeezy actually brought in his own designers and everything, or if that was Adidas designers that helped him. Now, if it was Adidas designers that helped him, I can kind of see how Adidas would be like, hey, we kind of have a little stake in it. You didn't pay us for this. You know, we collaborated on it. So then I can kind of feel like how they might have some type of feel like they might have ownership. Contracts always lead to who actually has ownership, but I don't know. But Sway did have the answers. But let's move on. Let's move on with that one. No more Verzuz. That's the question. Because there's a lawsuit, a $28 million lawsuit going on between Timbaland Swizz versus Triller, who purchased rights for Verzuz and seems to not have fulfilled their contract and what they said they was going to do. Right. So now the question is there going to be any more Verzuz? Because there was a comment that came out from Tim and Swizz that said, hey, Verzuz will return once we settle this $28 million lawsuit. They say it's going to return, but I've heard a lot of stories that say, hey, we coming back once we do this, and shit don't be coming back. Is Verzuz a rap? Or do you think Verzuz has the potential to come back after this lawsuit and disagreement with Triller?
I think after the lawsuit and all that is said and done, Verzuz basically may just die out. Like I said, it was a pandemic thing.
Mm-hmm. I kind of agree.
You know, it after Jada, you know, it's really hard to set the bar for how you should perform in the Verzuz. You know what I mean, and so forth. So, and I think a lot of people don't have that energy.
Okay.
To put that to like I will say, like, after that performance, like, he's basically like the bar for performing at the Verzuz. I don't care who you are, I don't care how good your songs are, whatever. It's like, yo, if you don't come in with that type of energy, who wants to see it? And that's what everybody, after he did that, that's what everybody was looking for. Like, oh, who's going to come with that energy? Everybody got to come with that energy. You know what I'm saying? Everything after that, too, has been kind of floppy.
I don't know. You know who I think came with that energy? Mario.
Yo, he did, but the other performance was floppy. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, Mario's performance was what you call it, but it wasn't strong.
Yeah.
If you get what I'm saying, like he came, he performed. Not taking
he did his thing.
Saying he didn't perform. He did his thing, yeah. But it wasn't strong.
I thought it was strong. I thought it was embarrassing to his opponents.
Like, I have to say, KRS-One and Big Daddy Kane, that battle was kind of strong.
Yeah,
that was kind of strong, but it was strong on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? But it's like it's it's hard. It's gonna be hard to find some artists that is gonna come that strong. You know what I'm saying? And then there's certain artists that I think could come that strong, but they're not gonna do a versus.
Yeah, I think some people just won't do it. But I think they picked the wrong nights to do verses. I
do too.
I think they picked, since the pandemic is over, people are outside, people are going places, people are moving around. I think those late end of the week verses aren't good. Weekend verses, I don't think are great. Holiday verses, I don't think are great because people are going to see family, hang out with family on things like that. I think verses need to happen on non-holidays and maybe like Mondays or something like that.
Yo, and if you ain't got 20 Christmas hits, there's no reason to have no fucking verses on Christmas, around Christmas. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh, who should we get? Who would do a Christmas versus? Hypothetical. Boyz II Men versus Mariah Carey?
That's about it.
And then we throw Dipset versus who? Dipset versus who?
Oh, you and that Dipset.
I love
Christmas
that.
album,
yeah, every Christmas I'm pulling out Dipset Christmas every Christmas. Every goddamn Christmas I'm pulling out it's a Dipset Christmas. I'm pulling out Christmas time.
Like a Christmas versus. A Christmas versus would just have to be a bunch of people just coming out and just doing songs.
Yeah, like a celebration.
Yeah, because certain singers got good versions of Christmas carols that they perform.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just that Mariah just happens to have that timeless album, you know. Because I forgot every Christmas that shit sells like a certain amount of what you call it. But it's like every Christmas. As soon as Christmas, Mariah about to get that check. That check about to come. Christmas time.
Right, yeah.
Yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, but like that it would be Boyz II Men and Mariah when you really think about it versus Christmas wise.
Mm-hmm.
Because they got that one Christmas album that was fucking like woo, and then you got Mariah with her album.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Cheryl says, "Yo, I hope it comes back. I really enjoyed watching this." She talking about verses. There was some dope ass verses, man. It was, but
you gotta also remember this, Cheryl. The verses there was even more energy with the verses because you had nowhere to fucking go.
Yeah, yeah.
Yo, listen, that's what.
But you know what? I be in my house most days, so I don't be going too many places.
No,
so I would enjoy it, but even though I did forget about a lot of them.
Think about a lot of people that was outside. There was their normal days outside. There's a lot of people that don't watch TV or don't watch anything.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
You're right. Right.
So
a lot of the Versus fans were hardcore fans, though. They were definitely hardcore fans of music.
Yeah, I mean, you got people that don't watch TV. Everybody listens to music, no matter what it is. Right. Doesn't mean that we all listening to the same shit, but everybody listens to music.
It's a fact. So let's go ahead and move on, though. This topic is called Tran Talk. I didn't know what else to call this topic. And I came up with this topic because I saw some audio came out today. Or no, I saw it earlier today where this trans woman was talking about she had sex with two prominent R&B singers, and they did not know that she was trans. And she says this because she actually had this surgery done, which kind of turns the penis into a vagina. They kind of, from some shit that I've seen in the past, not actually physically seen people talking about it, doctors and stuff, they say they kind of split it like a banana and kind of tuck it in and kind of form a vagina for the person that wants to transition. So this person said they had this surgery, actually ended up getting involved with these people, with these men, and they didn't know this occurred. Now, with that being said, does that make people, if you don't know, can you be angry?
I'ma say, this is loud. I'ma say that's something like, yo, I don't want to know. I don't need to know. Don't ever let me know. You know what I'm saying? That I've been inside a dick pocket. I'm not. Because
I'm gonna need to figure out how to start bleeping shit.
because yo, that is like, I don't know how it would make me feel. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's at the point, like I said before, if with that type of situation, that's a person's choice. Let that be their choice to do that type of thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like
I definitely
all situations of it. It needs to be a choice. Now, if you let me know, then I still proceed to I shouldn't feel disgusted. You shouldn't be, like it shouldn't be. And I'm not saying, disgusted is probably a bad word for that. So I'm gonna just pull that back. I
know. I feel what you mean. It's not something that you was expecting.
Yeah.
No, I do. I definitely think. Trans, and this is coming from a straight man. I think all trans people should say, inform somebody that they're with that they're trans. My personal reasoning behind it is because I think everybody should have their own choice, like you said, whether they say, I want to proceed or I don't want to proceed. I think not telling someone is deceptive. But then some people will say, hey, how is it not deceptive for a man to want to sleep with a woman and he ain't really fucking with her like that? Which, you got a point, but they should be clear with their intentions as well. But I think people should not be deceptive with their intentions, their identity, or anything like that.
Yeah, if you Brittany, I need to know that you was Brett. You know what I'm saying?
Right. I was in San Francisco one time. I think I told the story a couple of years ago, where this woman got me some weed because I didn't have a card when I was in Cali at the time. This was. I'm not even sure if Cali still requires everyone to have cards or not, but I needed to have a card. I didn't have one. This woman was walking by. She had a fat ass. I tried to holler. She said she going to the dispensary. I said, oh, I definitely need to holler at you then. Come to find out, this was a trans person. But they told me. And I said, well, thank you very much. I appreciate you for telling me.
Like, yo, I got a sausage.
Yeah, that's it. I appreciate you for telling me, because there would have been beef if some shit would have happened and I would have saw some beef.
It would have been beef. If some shit happened and I saw some beef. I can't with you.
I'm saying, yo, for real. But see, I'm an open-minded individual. I know not everybody is open-minded. And when I say I'm open-minded, it doesn't mean I want to have sex with trans people. It means that, hey, I appreciate you telling me. I'm now not going to change the way I act towards you because you told me. I'm not going to be hitting on you. I'm not going to try to holler at you, but I'm still going to be cool. I'm not now going to say, oh my gosh, it is. I'm going to be like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. How the fuck you get these titties? That was my next question. That's my next question. I'm like, how the fuck you get these titties? You know? And she told me, she was like, yo, niggas actually paid for this shit. I'm like, what? Niggas paid for it? She's like, yo, niggas be tricking. I'm like, they be tricking? They're like, she was like, yo, niggas love trannies. I'm like, I'm not the nigga that love trannies, but if you say so, you say so. You know? But yo, I'm just saying.
I'm not the one that love trannies.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, now, I love all people. I'm not trying to love on all people. You know what I mean? But nah, for real, you know?
No, I feel you. I'm in love with people, but I'm not. I love people, but I'm not in love with people.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I feel you. I appreciate you telling me. I appreciate you being open with me. I'm just gonna be like, okay, if you don't mind me asking some questions, I'll ask some questions. You feel like answer? Yo, we smoked the blunt together and shit. We was chilling. You know what I mean? For real. Like, yo, I was just like, you know what? I'm not gonna treat you different. You was open with me. Cool. You don't float my boat no more. But guess what?
Yeah. Back in the days, right? You know, and this is how I know that I've matured. Back in the days, though, you know, niggas would have asked you some dumb shit like, yo, so who rolled the blunt?
I rolled the blunt. I rolled my blunt.
Oh shit! Yeah. I can't, but nah, I get it. I get it. Like, you know what I'm saying? People are people at the end of the day.
Right.
You know how our interactions, you know, certain shit may go on, and I need to be clear.
Now, if we was Ray J's or Trey Songz homeboys, would we now clown him after this? Or would we be like, yo, that's fucked up. You ain't know.
I would say that's probably, at the end of the day, that's fucked up. You ain't know. But you always got one homeboy that's like, yo.
That ain't gonna give a fuck.
That ain't gonna give a fuck. It's gonna be like, yo, so you was slapping this nigga's ass? Like, that's some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no.
But for him not to.
No, you know what? You know what somebody would say? They would say what Cheryl said. He was a dick pocket. She quoted you.
Yo, I mean, that's it. Yo, if that's how the surgery goes down, it's still a wiener. It's just been split. You know what I'm saying?
You know what? I can't even speak on this intelligently, and I can't say what it is, so I'm not going to say at all. You know, and with that, let's move on. I think that might be everything we got for the evening. Yes, that is everything we got for tonight. You got anything you wanted to add on tonight, Bees, before we get up out of here?
Nah. Wait up.
All right.
Yo. I think that was, yo.
What's that?
Yo, peace and love to everybody out there. All ranges of people, you know, Asian, Irish, black, white.
I'm glad.
You know
I'm glad I'm not the type of guy that feels like I can just smack. Where I feel like I can just smack anybody's ass that I think might be attractive.
Mm-hmm.
Because if I would have been like, hey, I definitely need to talk to you. You know, you need to take me to the motherfucking dispensary with you. And she'd be like, all right, cool. And then I would have smacked the ass and then later find out that was that Cheryl was Chad a couple years ago. You know, I'd have been a little upset. But guess what? There's actually people out there that have done that. And they don't know it. it was inappropriate with a trans person. They don't know it, but if they knew it, they would be like, "Why did I do that?"
Fam, listen. Let me tell you something. With the surgeries and all that going on and so forth, let me tell you, there's mad dudes out there. Like, if you out there, and I'm not saying like you out there, like you could be a straight heterosexual dude, right? But the way it is in today's dating world, if you out there smashing bad joints, guaranteed you didn't couple of niggas have been a couple of dick pockets and don't even know it.
That's that. We should probably refrain from that phrase. We should probably refrain from that phrase. I don't think that's what. I don't think that's the medical term for it. I don't think that's the medical term for it. But you might be right. But on that note, let's get up out of here. Let's get up out of here. You know what? I believe that everybody has the right to be who they want to be. I don't discriminate. I don't hate on anybody.
Definitely.
I don't hate on anybody, but I joke on everyone. You know, I joke on everyone. So if I offended you, I apologize. If you accept my apologize and watch again, I'll probably offend somebody else in the future. That's not necessarily you, but somebody. I appreciate you for tuning in, and I hope you tune in again. But if you don't, fuck you. And if it offended you, so what? But if it didn't offend you, I will be happy to see you back on the channel on Tuesday, where we will be back, you know? And we will have another fun night. I'm just over here having fun, having a couple of sips, just joking and shit. Most of the shit I say, I mean, not 100% of it, but probably like 97.6% of what I mean, but let's get up out of here. May your weekend be great. Do your best to stay sucker free. And keep a smile on your face, baby.
Thanks for watching the dopest live stream. That's something like a podcast, something like a newscast, and sometimes like a showcase. Khary's crib, 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 Khary's crib. Thanks for watching the dopest live stream. That's something like a podcast, something like a newscast, and sometimes like a showcase. Khary's crib, 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 Khary's crib.